A beautiful and pleasant good morning to all of you under the sound of my voice. This is Minister Ricardo Dean coming to you from Hatchey Bay, Eleuthera in the Bahamas. This morning I want to talk to us about a very hard to talk about subject. And this subject may bring tears to your eyes, it may bring tears to my eyes, but it is a subject that we cannot avoid. This morning I want to talk about death. And today I'm wearing my daddy's in memory shirt, the late Richard Dick Dean, who died on October 23rd, 2011. And many of you have experienced this enemy called death. Presently, we are in a pandemic, and the damage what death has done to this world is unthinkable and unbelievable. In the USA alone, there's more than 18,000 people that have died. Globally, there's more than 35,000 people who have died. In the Bahamas, we have lost 8 persons. And today, I offer my sincerest condolences to all the families in the Bahamas and globally all the families around the world who have lost loved ones as a result of COVID-19. In fact, my sympathy to persons who've lost loved ones to this thing called death. Is that a reality for everyone? Will I also die someday? Will you die someday? Why do we have to die? Let's turn to the Bible for the answers to these questions. In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 to 2b, it says, "To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die." The word everything there includes you and me. In the book of Hebrews chapter 9, verse 27, it says, "And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment, we recognize and we believe that all will die." We have an appointment with death. My grandfather, the late Deacon Luther Farrington of Hatchey Bay, was so ready to die that every time somebody younger than him died, he would totally be upset and would lament for days and days as to why that couldn't have been him. That young person died before me. When his sister died who was younger than him, he was upset. When his pastor died who was way younger than him, he was totally upset. He was ready to die. He wanted to die. He had his burial suit ready. He had his program with his order of service and his hymns ready. His policy was paid up. His death tax was paid in the lodge. He was what we call financial. He had made peace with God a long, long time ago. He knew the benefits of salvation, and so he wanted to go to heaven to be with Jesus. Guess what? He lived to be well into his 80s and died a very old man. You see, for the believer, death is not the end. Eternity awaits us, the believer. But for the unbeliever, eternal punishment and separation from God awaits the unbeliever. Matthew 25 and 45. We don't have to fear death. Jesus assures us entrance into heaven. Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection is salvation, assures us a place in heaven. Because Jesus overcame death, we too shall overcome death. We shall rise again on that great getting up morning. Though we die, though we be in the grave, we shall rise again to go with Jesus. Spiritual death is separation from God. We don't have to die alone. Once we trust Christ for salvation, our relationship is restored, and never broken, and we become one with Him, and we are never alone. And even when we lose loved ones, and we have to mourn and cry, we mourn with a hope that we shall see them again if they died in Christ. Heaven will be a better place than anything we can ever imagine. While yes, we die, yes, we lose friends to death every day, we die with the hope that in Christ we shall never die. We shall live forever in Christ. Are you ready to die today? It is appointed unto man once to die. You have an appointment with God. Death will find you in the hospital, on the seas, in the USA. Wherever you go, death will find us because death is promised. There's a time to be born and there's a time to die. You were born. When your time comes to die, will you be ready? Selah. Think and act on these things. God bless you today.